put their ass and lock their ass inside of a courtyard. The next thing they know, they was on that ship coming here to America to build Washington, D.C. That's the joke we tell all the time. Yeah. Not only did they build the slave camp, they were the first people who got jacked from it.
Yeah.
It's cold-blooded, ain't it?
Yeah.
Then they brought them here. Now, Washington, D.C. is a really architectural wonder to me because they got that Tekanoo there that they call the Washington Monument. And those things are synonymous with the African Nile Valley. Now, they got...
What's the Tekanoo?
They call it an obelisk.
Okay. An obelisk.
They got one in St. Peter's Square.
Right.
Up in the Vatican.
Mm-hmm.
They got one in Washington, D.C. They got one in Paris, right across from the Eiffel Tower that they never tell you about. They always tell you about the Eiffel Tower, but they don't tell you about the African Tekanoo that was so important to them that they shipped it all the way from Ethiopia to Paris, France.
Yeah.
They shipped another one to Rome, Italy. And the one that's in Washington, D.C., it was here when they got here.
Yeah.
They sitting there trying to tell you they built Washington, D.C. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Because there's, when you get a chance, bring up North American mounds and you'll see it.
The proof is in the simple fact that the greatest nation in America is New York. So, I'm sorry, the greatest state in America is New York. New York is the largest and most highly dense, highly populated city in America. It's the greatest fort of America. It's actually
it's
the crown jewel.
Right.
It's the crown jewel of America.
It is the first American city.
So logic would dictate that if you were going to have a nation's capital, your oldest and your earliest city should be your capital.
That's right.
And for a long time, New York was the nation's capital.
That's right.
But for whatever reason, they chose to move United States nation's capital from New York to Washington, D.C. Because of what my father is speaking on right at this moment.
That's right. And then they give you pictures of George Washington holding the freaking cornerstone block and everything. Now watch, I'm going to show you something. You watch the Boondocks, I am the stone that the builders refused, right? You know that. That's what Jesus said. Yeshua said that, right? Didn't he say that? Okay. The stone that the builders refused, according to Yeshua, was the black cap on top of the Great Pyramid of Khufu. Okay? The black cap actually had...
Just a second.
His eye on it. Looking at it, how good can you see that?
Let me see if I can zoom in.
I want you to pan in on that, okay? That right there is called the Eye of Haru.
Can you move it down just a little? A little higher. Right in front of your mouth. Okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to stay there long. Just let them see it and then back off. Go back where you were, okay?
Yep.
All right. Now, that little eye right there is the Eye of Haru. Okay?
And Haru is?
Haru is the child of Asar and Set.
Okay. I just want to know who Haru is. Just stay on top.
Okay, my point being is that when you say I am the stone that the builders refused, this pyramid, if it was the big pyramid of Khufu, right up here on top, there. Can you see that?
You're good.
Right up there on top, it would be all black. Everything else was limestone. White, beautiful limestone. When the sun hit it, it sparkled all over and shoot light beams everywhere. It looked just like the sun, projected sun rays. That's how it was built. All three of those buildings would do that. When the sunlight got to a certain position in the sky, the sun rays would hit those pyramids and it would shoot light all over that area which was in the desert.
Right.
It was a rainforest then. And it would shoot lights in so many directions, it would look like a sun on the earth. Right. Ain't that some brilliant stuff, man? But now watch this, right here on top. The black cap had that eye of Asar on it. The Europeans, on the back of their money, the dollar bill, show you that black cap right up on top of that pyramid on the back of it with that eye in it, don't they?
Yeah.
Now, what they did when they did that is they implemented ancient Kemetic magic to enhance their financial stability at their quest to oppress the planet.
For world supremacy.
White supremacy.
World supremacy.
No, white supremacy. And the reason why I say that is because they don't just want world supremacy. If they want world supremacy, that means that we will be a planet that was trying to dominate another planet.
Right.
Do you understand what I
Yeah.
mean? The reason why I say is white supremacy, because that's exactly what it is. And the white does not represent skin color, because they don't plan on letting all white people share in that.
Exactly.
It doesn't represent skin color. It represents a description
Right.
of a plan.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is white people don't know that.
Right.
They think white supremacy means white people versus black people to be supreme over them. No. White supremacy is a name of a government that is designing a method, a strategy to extract all the earthly wealth from all the masses, whether your ass is white,
Right.
Puerto Rican, Asian, green, blue, it don't matter. They just fool those white people into believing that it's a white thing to get help from them.
Yep.
See? Because they still in their houses now.
Yep. It's an aristocratic system.
Right. So it's based on capitalism. Capitalism, back to this, cap, remember? It, all. Capital.
Yep.
Cap it all. Put a cap on all of it. That means everything. Take everything. Everything. Anytime you're extracting the fetuses out of a woman's ass and selling the internal, listen what I'm saying to you. First of all, you snatched it out of somebody.
Yep.
Then you went inside of it
Yep.
and snatched something out of it.
Yep.
Come on, man. Is that cruel, sadistic? And that's coming from the people who claim they're God-chosen people.
Mm-hmm. Civilized.
Civilized. And then listen, when you're through with it, you just take it. Now imagine the doctor with his little white uniform, blood all over his ass, and watch him run down court and jump up and slam dunk it into a big garbage can.
Yep.
See? Because that should be bringing it home.
Yep.
After something like that, you need a grand finale.
Yep.
You need a grand finale after that.
But he has his PhDs and stuff, so he just professionally walks over in time of death.
Look, yes.
Yep. Time of death.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And they all sitting in there,
Yep.
eat a tuna fish sandwich, smoke, drink a, look, this
some
bitch
tea.
is health conscious, a tab.
Yep.
What is a Shasta?
Yep. A tab. Yep. Yep. She doesn't want to do anything
She
too
don't wanna do
immoral.
herself
Yeah.
right.
Too immoral, you know.
Right. You know, I can't put sugar in my body.
Yeah. She's
But I
probably got
snatch
one of
it.
those environmentally friendly tabs.
Lunch and everything, yeah. You know, she's really serious about her health,
Yep.
but she don't care that she helped Planned Parenthood murder 500,000 fetuses last year throughout the whole America.
Yep.
Mostly black and Latinos.
Yep.
They don't care. They don't care that these spirits of these unborn babies need somewhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? It was a thriving, living entity. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Yep.
Anything that you got to get rid of that's a problem, if you have to kill it, that means it had a life.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
If I want to get rid of that TV, I could take it out there and throw it by the garbage can.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to get rid of a baby, and I take it and leave it by the garbage can, I got some questions to answer.
Yep.
Somebody understand, who left this baby here?
Yep.
So now, if you got a baby inside of your stomach that is bothering you so much that you know you got to get rid of it, and you know you can't wait for it to be born, because once it's born, you can't just go leave it by the garbage can, because you know somebody going to make you answer some questions. Well, guess what? You're going to answer some questions for killing it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And guess who else going to answer the questions? Planned Parenthood and everybody on this earth that sat around and watched it happen and didn't say a damn thing about it.
Yep.
And so now we got the weather again. Back to the weather.
Yeah.
Remember what I said. Your finger spiral.
Yep.
We spiral in the universe, right? The tires on the car spiral.
Yep.
Right?
Reciprocity.
It's called reciprocity. Now, that means that what you put in, you should get back out.
Yeah.
So when this weather
Start spiraling.
starts giving your ass back what you've been putting in,
Yep. Hurricanes are a spiral.
they
Tornadoes
all
are a
spiral.
spiral.
Even fire.
Yep. Fire spiral.
This is what's good about a fire, too. It never grows down.
Yep.
A fire would never burn down. They always burn up. Do you know what that means?
Metaphysical principle.
It's a metaphysical principle that fires will always grow.
Yep.
Until you kill a fire, it will definitely grow. There is no fire that could be in a state of not growing.
Yeah.
If it's existing, it's growing. You better kill it. See, they can tell you what time a fire might have started, but they can never tell you exactly what time it went out.
Yeah.
That's what's funny about it.
Yeah.
Now, the fireman could come in there and he could say, okay, we see smoke. So we're going to assume that this fire is out.
Yep.
A real fireman know that this fire was out a long time before the smoke came, because the true fire is in the heat, not the fire. So now watch. The heat can come through and burn shit up where it's already dead, and by the time the fire reaches it, the only thing that's getting burnt is the leftover matter that's already dead.
Yep.
That's why they say once the fire, most people that burn in the fire, unless it's some very strange conditions, by the time the fire gets to them, they're already dead. From the smoke or either the heat.
Yep. Yep.
Do you see what a person gonna run from a fire as far as he can to get away from it?
Yeah.
So if I'm way over here, but I can't get out the house, and the fire's in then 2 rooms over, and it's coming to get me, the smoke is gonna reach me and kill me, probably suffocate me before the fire ever reach me.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, my arm's gonna be broke because I'm gonna be beating the shit out that wall trying to get through it.
Yep.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yep.
And here's the deal: the average person that doesn't know that the principles of life all govern each other, it's going right back to a person who has received European education, because otherwise you will be looking at nature, and that's how you will be finding your class finding. Your tutorials will be based on what you can physically see.
Yeah.
Your natural observation.
Which you can see, hear, taste, touch, and smell.
Yes. We should have classrooms outside.
Even if it's raining.
Even if it's raining. Because rain is a part of our environment.
Yep.
So we shouldn't have an ego that say, I don't want to get wet today, so we're not going on Saturday. I bet if I was the teacher, I'd say, yes, we are, because when you have a job, when you have a job, when it's raining, you're still going to have to go to work.
Yep.
So we might as well go on out here and teach you while you're a child how to deal with this rain.
Yep.
Instead, you know what we're doing? We're teaching our children foolishness. Christopher Columbus discovered America. Yep. When we should have them in the alley picking up paper, showing them why. Listen, this type of stuff goes to the landfill. All this stuff is a part of our environment that's making us all die. Yep. So now, this study that we're doing is called Our Regenerative Earth, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. If a plant is not growing, it's dying. Mm-hmm. The earth is not growing. We know that. Yep. You cannot watch what's been going on this earth and really believe that it's got a continuance. It does not. It does not. Yeah. Eventually, it will be dead.
Yep. At the rate that it's going.
And I don't mean the planet, because the planet won't die. But it will be dead as far as sustaining us.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I do.
We can see all the animals dying already. The bees is gone. I see a few bees here in Vancouver, I'd be shocked.
And we don't even recognize that absence of insects is something we should be afraid of.
Really afraid, especially bees.
Yep.
Now let me tell you why. See, a bee does this. That is a cosmic vibration. Mm-hmm. It's just like this. That's the same sound electricity make, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Isn't it?
Yep.
Unless you know the bees are some really, really powerful things, because they can fly and they make that sound all day long. Yep. Now that is the sound that they say the God Patar used to create this universe.
Mm-hmm. First word.
The first word.
Not Jesus.
He said, that same electricity sound. If you do it in your mouth, you can feel your body vibrate, can't you? Yeah. When you do that. It's like saying an O and an M together, but you pronounce it like a U and an M. Like, try to think that in your mind. Think O-M, and then try to make the sound like U-M. Like, and you will feel your teeth chatter on each other. Yeah. It shows you the energy in that word. Yeah. Now, the bees make it sound synonymous with that word, with that syllable arrangement of letters and consonants, or vowel and consonant. But my thing is this. The bee